Hey everybody, welcome back to Game of Tones, and we're going to start this off with the Sega Genesis edition. From the last video I made, people really liked the Super Audio card, and someone wanted to see the Genesis samples being used. So with Genesis is a little tricky because I actually didn't play much of it growing up. I mean, there was Sonic, Streets of Rage and stuff like that, and Double Dragon. But when it comes to actually playing with the instrumentation choices, I'm a little bit lost. So I might just try my best to just try and figure something out. When it comes to authenticity, I may miss the mark, but I'm gonna give it a shot anyway. And just see if I can find something decent. With the Sega Genesis samples, it's usually really bassy. Everything really takes place in this lower register, I feel. It's a nice sounding organ. Let's see. Kind of getting somewhere, but I think let me start with, if it's going to be bass heavy, then maybe I should start with something super dirty, right? That feels like Sega to me. Okay, we're gonna deal with that because it feels good. It just feels like a Sega Genesis feel, if that makes any sense. So we're gonna start with this pattern here. Actually, well, let me go back. Uh-oh. FL Studio going crazy on me. Let's call it bass. And can do that. Oh, cool. That does work. And now we're gonna just dig into something here. I don't know, we'll keep it simple. Something I was just working on before, right? Start with that A note. That sounds really nice. So that's an A and a C. So about right there. And then I'm gonna hit these two at the same time. That feels good. Let's dig in here. What that tempo is gonna be, I don't know. Let's maybe try lowering it down a little bit. Maybe this should be up here then. And then this should go here. I'm getting somewhere? How do I feel? Maybe. Just kind of sketching out some ideas. This is just to keep me moving. I'm trying to think about, like, can this really make sense? It kind of makes sense, actually. All right, so if that was looping, it kind of sounds like it's progressing, right? It sounds kind of a little boring, but let's keep it moving. Let's just copy and paste it, right? I'm not going to think too much about it. Actually, let's do it 2 more times, right? So now that's a pattern that's moving, but it's got to go somewhere. Here should be like something to really divvy it up. Let's delete that little half. It's like dun 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 dun. Maybe like a F here. Maybe, right? Something simple like that. So maybe like bum bum. I can do that. Whoa, go back. What did I do? Went to the wrong pattern. Go back. getting something here. Something is moving along. I'm just like really thinking about what comes next. I feel like that can work. And then we can just keep that as like the basic thing that's going to repeat for the rest of the song. So let's play it again and see what it sounds like. Yeah, I'm actually really happy with that. So we'll just layer that down, and now we can keep that as like our little anchor. What next? I hate this because I'm a little lost. So maybe with percussion. I don't even think it has to be anything like drastic. I just want something that's holding it down, so we don't have to really think about it too much, right? And so what do we do? Let's actually name this one bass so we're not confused, and then we'll go into the next instance of contact, and maybe we can find like a drum kit or something. Yeah, let's just call it drum kit, and then we'll dig in. I'm loving it. Okay, so drum kits. So there's a couple of them. I don't really know the difference between most of these, but let's just start with the 707. All right, we're gonna dig in here. Oh gosh, and it's like so crazy because these were like so realistic back in the day, weren't they? You gotta love it. So maybe it's just something simple. Maybe just start with some hi-hats for some metronome helping out here. Let's see if that works. Yeah, we're just gonna slide them all in there. This is to keep us going, right? That works. Okay, cool. So now that we're building something here, where do the kicks come in and the claps and snares? Okay, so we got a kick there. Maybe the kick should be a little harder. Like maybe here. Oh, I still can't hear it. Let's try it all the way up then. Okay, so we can repeat that. I can barely hear the clap. Oh, the kick actually. Maybe I should add in a little. Okay, so it's actually making some more movement here. I think we might want a chord progression happening somewhere along here. I'm not sure how that can happen though. Maybe I can throw in that organ that I was playing with earlier. Let's just assume, right? Even though they say you shouldn't assume, because when you assume, okay, let's see. Let's go into organs here, dig in. This might get a little bananas, but I don't mind getting a little crazy and silly every now and then, right? You can always go back and edit it up later. This is kind of like a speed run in a sense. But I want something just to have some body here. I feel like it's moving, but it's not really cute yet. It's getting there though. Let's see. So I started off on the A, so A, C, E should work. I felt like that organ. It's like so-so. It's like kind of working and kind of not. And maybe it's too... Oh, I hate when that happens. Gotta go back in there. I think I gotta get this thing checked out. But I lost my spot. So let's see if I try in the Omen, maybe? I like that actually. It has a little bit more warmth in it, but let's come back to it just in case. You know what? Let's just throw it in there. That ACE, right? And I'm gonna hit that A at the bottom here. And we're gonna just extend them a bit. So what if I went from there to... Would that work? I'm gonna hit that G there. I don't think that works too well. Let's put it back to A. Let's try that. That might work. Yeah, right. And if it works, we'll copy and paste it. Here we go. Okay, so I think I'm kind of getting somewhere. Not exactly where I want to be, but not horrible either. And so we're going to keep it moving because it's like, it's taking some kind of shape. And admittedly, it's not something that I'm fully feeling, but I think that's okay, right? Do I want a clean lead, a dirty lead? How are the leads usually? Let me see. Oops. Let me go into, let's just try them out. Ah, yeah. That's super, like, sonic to me. Right? That one, too. Isn't that the... Yeah, right? I like that one, actually. All these sound very sonic-y. But I don't know what I would want as a lead here. Let's just demonstrate and practice a little bit here. Let's see if I can find anything that kind of jumps out at me. So we're starting on that A note. So everything is in the that like minor range-ish. So you know what? We're not even gonna fight it. We're just gonna go in. We're just gonna start crafting that. But we're gonna just drag this lead up a little bit, and we're gonna pan a little bit to the right. And I think I'm gonna slide a very small reverb on there, just so it shines a little bit. I said small reverb. Okay. Okay. So let's see what we can do here. Maybe we can try to record it. Do a little timing here. So that may be a little bit off balance, but we can try and check it out and see how it sounds. Let's just dig in here. Let's see. So this is going to take some surgery. So you know what? I'll edit this up off screen because I hate doing this and taking up so much time. So 1 second. Okay, so now that we kind of cleaned it up a little bit, we can see how this is going to sound. So what I'm thinking of doing now is honestly just for like a little bit of a more track building purposes. This last section here, like right about to this point, I just want these same notes mimicked by another instrument that's panning from the left hand side. So I'm gonna dig in here. I'm gonna go right back into Genesis leads. Just something a little bit different to add a little bit more sizzle. All right, it sounds a little flat. Something a little bit brighter. This could be a little tricky, but I'm just gonna copy and paste it and see what I get. Like it doesn't have to be anything too loud or in your face, but just this little bit of area just to separate from this part. But I don't want it to be too blaring, so let's just lower the volume a little bit. Oops, right about there. Actually, that. Yeah, I can deal with that. So basically, this is the intro that's already finished. So let's get into something to tie it all back home. And to do that, for the sake of time, we're just going to take that percussion. We're not going to go crazy with it. We're just going to copy and paste it, right? We don't want to think about that. That's for like, I guess, like more when you get more detailed in the track making process. You definitely want to switch up the drums. I'm not going to ever say don't do that, but in this scenario, we're just getting some ideas on paper. So bass, huh? The bass has to change. Let's get that out of here for the bass too. And it has to take us somewhere differently. But I really do like that pacing, right? This dum 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 dum. So where does it go from here? I don't know. I'll try that again. Let's see right here. I don't see why not. It's something really simple, but it's making it go in a different direction, right? It's still moving. Let's just do it and see what happens. And that's an F and A. Is that gonna work? Yeah. That means I can copy and paste it because that's gonna work twice. Let's just give it a quick test. Right? Maybe that could be fun, right? To kind of go a little lower here and then paste it again. Let's see. Maybe switch up for the second time. Okay. That could be a little funky, but it might work. I'll keep it. So let's see, do I want to bring these organs back or do I want to switch it up? In fact, actually what's fun here about this bass line, it's simple enough where it's like it's a bass, but it can also function as like kind of like a lead almost. So let's actually see if I can double up on the same pattern here. So let's just call it like this bass support or something, right? Because you just never know. Maybe like I can get another instrument to mimic the bass line there, and then, you know, see what happens. Let's go in there and find out, because I don't think it's a bad idea. Am I running out of contact space? I am. So I'll just actually go to the bass here and clone it. Cool, I like that. So instead of that, let me actually take this and put it to mixer track 21 so I don't get confused there. And let's dig in here. I think it's possible that that bass line could be doubled up with like maybe like a key or something like that, like something a little quirky where it can kind of separate itself for a little bit and like make it pop a little tiny bit more. But we're gonna pan it to the right instead of the left. Just lower the volume some. And we're just gonna copy and paste. My favorite move in the book. There's no harm done. I think I like it. It's a little powerful, so I'll just lower it down a little bit more. And then I can read the lead back about in this area here to do something. Not sure what yet. Let's see. I guess the question is, what is gonna happen there? Let's play around and find out. Getting there, but that lead area is really bad for me. I'm like, wait, what do I want to happen here? I'm so not used to these samples. Let's take it back in there. Maybe I want this to come back. Right. Get rid of all of these guys. But oh man, that melody was awful. Let's try it again. That I liked a lot more. So I already forgot it. I should have been recording it, but I didn't. So this is this is my my really bad habit. Just record, and like if you don't like it, then delete it. But at least if you record a good take and you have it, you can always go back and tune it up. Now I have to try to remember something. Just terrible. Let's try like right here. Try to get something similar. Okay, cool. So, just like last time, we're gonna go back in here, get some surgery going, and tune this up so it's all in sync. All right, now we're cooking. So let's take a listen to that again. So this is pretty cool because it's done, right? And it's gonna sync right back into that intro there. And I forget, I think Sega Genesis had songs that were about 45 to a minute long in length. Don't really remember, but that same tactic I used here, we're gonna bring it right back. So we're gonna make this pattern here unique, delete everything in it, and we're gonna paste. So we only want that last section, so we can just cut all of this out. We don't even need this. We're gonna see if it works. Oh, I'm excited the other one. Zoom in here. There we go. And so maybe if this still works, it can bring in some extra layering just for the exit, and then it leads right back in. So this isn't that one part here, and bring it back up. You know what? I think that's gonna be okay. It's holding up to an extent. I think in terms of really keeping that authentic Genesis sound, I may have just missed it somewhere. I think in this area here it's a little bit dry. I think I might want to add in the organ again, but I'm not sure, right? With Sega Genesis, I really have to go back and dig into the retro games and see how they really did it. But it feels okay. It feels like it can work as a song. You know, I just think that something is dry. It could be like the fact that I didn't touch any of the drum patterns, right? I would be more cautious about them to just vary them up. But this is just sharing some ideas and like sampling the plugin a little bit more. So as I said before, I like feedback. Give it to me, and if you want to see something different, just shoot me a line. I'm really open to all kinds of ideas. Thanks guys for sticking around. Happy composing, musicians, and cheers.